Okay, now we're on to the next step here, which is cross-hatching. Cross-hatching is making lines in one direction, kind of in this diagonal direction right here, and then crossing them the other way. Okay, cross-hatching is used primarily in clothing. Okay, here's a picture of the Joker, and you can see, if you look really closely, you can do some cross-hatching in some clothing right there. You can also do cross-hatching in other places too. I got a Bane picture here. If you look really closely in here, you'll see some cross-hatching like around there. There's a little bit of cross-hatching above the eye right there. There's some cross-hatching in this part of the mask right there as well. So you can do cross-hatching all over the place. This is a picture that one of our students in 8th grade did, Fallon Rudder. She did this one of Harley Quinn, and she did the whole thing pretty much with cross-hatching, which you can see right there. The closer you put the lines together, the darker it appears, and the farther you put them apart from each other, the lighter it appears. And it can be a really nice, fun technique to try in your portrait. Okay, so we're going to start out with cross-hatching right here, and we're going to do our 100%. Now, as you can figure it out before, 100% means dark. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to make my lines all kind of crossing in the same direction on this diagonal. They're not perfect, okay, but I'm going to fill us this entire box, and they're going to all go in this general direction, really close together. The areas where I feel like they're a little farther apart, I'm just going to kind of put more lines in there. They're not perfect, but again, they are really close together. Okay, so there's your crosshatch in one direction. And then, and so before I go back and cross them the other way, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to kind of go with the flow here, and I'm going to make some lines going in the next box, a little bit farther apart from each other, not quite as close together as the first one. And then my next one, which is 60% right here, they're going to be a little bit farther apart from each other. And I just think this is the easiest way to do it. Okay, to make your lines all in one direction first, close together, a little bit farther apart, a little bit farther apart, and 40. It gets easier as you go along. The first box is always the most difficult. It takes a little bit longer to do. Okay, and then finally 20 is going to be barely any lines in there. Then I'm just going to go back and cross them. Okay, so you go back, make them real tight together, real close together here. A little bit farther apart here. Still pretty close together, and pretty dark too, but not quite as close together as the previous one. Over here, a little bit farther apart. And so on. Okay, so you have 6 boxes here, but you're essentially only doing 5 of them, because 0% is just 0. It's 0, it's nothing. So if you look really closely here, you should be able to see some semblance of kind of like a dark to light going on right there. I might even go back and kind of put some more in there, put some more in this one, put a couple more in this one possibly too, just to enhance the effect a little bit more. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good job right there, and that is cross-hatching.